Here talking about the volleyball class of 2023. Adam Dobrowolski here with head coach Terri Dadio Campbell. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Obviously talking about our first 4 recruits for the class, and overall your thoughts on this incoming recruiting class.
We're really excited about the class. It's a good blend of people, a couple local kids. We have Matea from California and Ellie from Florida joining us. They really fill the gaps in terms of what we're looking for on the roster and our performance on the court.
Well, we'll start things off looking at the first of 4. We have 2 from the local area, both who have played for the same club ball for East Coast Power. Grace Stewart, overall, what has she brought in terms of her high school and club experience working outside, but what might she bring moving up to Division I college ball?
So Grace is an awesome outside hitter. She's really good ball control. She comes from a really strong program at Parkland High School and East Coast Power Volleyball. So she has the volleyball IQ, the athleticism to really come in here and help us get better right away, outside and even defensively in the back row.
Obviously, Grace has a lot of experience, all-state player for high school, more than 1,000 career kills. Just having that experience of success to that extent, how does that really help to kind of bring maybe some leadership from a young player? We've seen that recently with a good 8 freshman class and some standout players like Grace Talevich. How does that experience of having that success, that level of success at the high school level, kind of help out bring some immediate leadership?
Right, so I think kids that come in with success at the high school and play for high-level clubs obviously come in with an expectation of performance and an expectation of just court success and team culture. And I think Grace comes in with that, and we're excited about seeing her kind of bring what she has to offer to our team culture and our performance on the court.
Well, one of her teammates club-wise, Margaret Benzing, she plays defensively, also high school level for Bethlehem Catholic. So you've had some recent recruits from Nazareth, Kelly, Kat, obviously, but now having Bethlehem Catholic. What has she done there that will help out the team next year?
Right, so it's kind of neat for us to grab the local talent and bring them into Lafayette. It's obviously nice to have more of a family feel and the community come to our matches and support us. Margaret, just as Grace, will add that local flavor. From a performance standpoint, Margaret is a really good server, a top defensive player, has that background at again, East Coast Power, a high-level club. And she's shown great interest in Lafayette and our program for a long period of time, and we want kids here that want to be here and can contribute, and Margaret's one of them.
Now, having 2 teammates from the same club, how does that dynamic possibly help out 2 freshmen just get acclimated together to the college experience?
So it's kind of neat because they've played together already, and they'll continue to play together throughout their club season at the end of their senior year. So that'll be really nice having their chemistry and trust there already built.
So now looking a little bit more further from the Keystone State here, looking to Florida, Ellie Carrera-Justiz. What does she bring club-wise, high school level, that will help the team?
So Ellie is just a really dynamic, explosive outside hitter. She's a great vertical, a great IQ for the game. She's a competitor on the court. She brings a lot of fire. I'm really excited to have her join us.
Now, I know this is a bit of a unique question because a lot of times we'll talk about 3 sports stars, but to have, of the 3 sports she's worked at high school, also track, but water polo, is there a different dynamic in terms of what she might have already in terms of training that might help her that's a little bit unique from previous student athletes coming here and learning the regiment in terms of training?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ellie just brings just the competitive spirit. Like whenever she's competing, whether it's in the pool, on the track team or with volleyball, she wants to be the best. And she's a year-round competitor. She trains year-round, so I think she's going to just bring that competitive spirit.
And then also to close things out from out west, Matea Megson was a state runner-up, state champion, working club ball with Norco. What does she bring? A very efficient hitter up the middle this past season, 470 hitting. So obviously the efficiency you want up the middle, but overall skill set, what does she bring?
So Matea is an athletic middle, a taller athletic middle for us. She also has experience at the right side, which is something we could use. She's an excellent attacker, as you mentioned, but she also has a strong ability at the net to be a really effective blocker for us, and I think that's something we're looking for.
Timing-wise, what have you seen from her that might stand out from previous high school recruits in terms of having that ability at the net to time defensively well?
Yeah, so timing has a lot to do with the setter and that connection, but she's been pretty successful thus far, and we're hoping she can come in and connect with our setters just as well.
Now, overall, of these 4 recruits, are any of them familiar to recent or current players on the team that might be a similar skill set, or are these kind of 4 different unique recruits?
Well, I think Grace and Ellie on the outside are pretty similar to Kat Ruggiero, who's a bit of an undersized outside hitter for us. But I think their athleticism and their work ethic pretty much match Kat's. Matea in the middle, I don't know. We're looking for her to come in and add a little something different in our middle. And Margaret, I think, just has the love of the game and the spirit and the competitiveness to make us better.
You just recently had a great class that have been getting experience as freshmen. How does this upcoming class continue to build off of that momentum that you've had?
Well, I think we identified what we needed to kind of add some depth to our team and positional needs, and I think this class matches those needs perfectly. And I think from a competitive athleticism spirit, they are just on board with making us better, which is what we want.
Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Again, head coach Terri Dadio Campbell, and again, the class of 2023 for Lafayette College Volleyball. This is Dobrowolski for the Lafayette Sports Network.